Hi, Esme. Hi, Hal. Thanks
Hello.
for speaking with us. Congrats on the win.
Thank
I guess I wanted to start with just maybe some relief, I would imagine, given that you've played well in most of the other games, and yet the game hasn't gone your way, and now finally, albeit through a very strange own goal, you do end up getting across the line with the performance and the result at the same time.
Yeah, do you know, I don't really feel relieved. I just feel buzzing, to be honest. Like, I feel like we've known that our first win is coming, and I feel like we really felt that this week. Like, we've just had good vibes all week, like a lot of confidence coming into the game, and just felt that this was going to be sort of the starting point where we look to push on. So, yeah, just really happy that we really controlled the game, I think, for the most part. Obviously, had a lot of opportunities. Their keeper made some great saves early on. But I think there was a calmness to us that at some point we were going to break through, whereas in previous weeks we maybe not felt that type of momentum. But yeah, today we felt good and knew that at some point we were going to get a goal. Obviously, it was a bit weird when it came, but we can't complain.
Yeah, no complaints there.
We've been waiting for some luck
Possible.
like that, so.
Yeah.
I guess how I'll come to you. It seemed like the field was very big throughout the match. You were able. It just seemed like as a group you were able to really make it feel like almost playing like on a I don't know a 150 by 75 or something like that. How were you able to sort of open the game? Where were you succeeding on or what were you succeeding at that allowed that space to open up?
Yeah, I feel like for us, it was patience in our buildup, especially in the first half. I feel like we were finding those big diagonal balls sometimes. That was helping kind of relieve that pressure. And it was hard for them to completely shift over onto that side. And that's where you saw like Rose have some success with her crosses. We missed a big chance at the start, but I feel like us doing that and then also hitting those, I mean, long balls over the top, but making sure there's a little texture on them so that our forwards can keep up. I feel like that was really important for us, just to at least tire them out when they're constantly scared that they're gonna have to like check their shoulder and like run behind them because they have people like Rose and Train and Soph running at them. But yeah, I thought that was good. That's how we kind of made it bigger.
Go to Andre.
Hello, thanks for speaking with us and congrats on the win. Jason mentioned it, but I wanted to talk about the weirdness of the goal and how both of you, the first goal and how both of you experienced it. I think a lot of Spirit fans online were like, I don't care, we deserve this. So like, what was your experience in when the ball was ricocheting backwards? Well, just talk me through how you were feeling on the pitch when that was happening.
From my angle, I was like, there's no way. And then it like curved perfectly into the side netting. I was like, you know what? No complaints about that. Like Esme said, I feel like there's been so many times we see other people have luck like that occasionally, and we're like, so when's that gonna happen for us? And it finally happened. So I mean, it hit the back of the net, and that's all that matters. But I feel like after that, we had some pretty good momentum to kind of reach that second goal point. And that's kind of, I feel like a 2 goal lead is good in this league. You never want to just sit at a 1-0 lead. So yeah.
It went in slow motion.
And it was
Like
so
it was
slow.
literally like
It was like, I don't know.
looping
I
in
was
the
like,
air. And I didn't know whether to start running to celebrate or
no,
not.
literally.
Esme, there's a good clip of you celebrating that going around the internet. It was a tremendous celebration as well.
Oh
Um,
Lord. Well,
The Easter Bunny.
uh,
yeah, we had planned a celebration for today, and I was the only one who did it.
We
They
fought.
were like, we can't celebrate off that. We'll take anything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. She was ready for that one.
Fair enough. Celebrate them all. I wanted to ask, I talked to Adrian about this as well, just a second ago. Obviously, the improvement in the attacking phase of play, build up and getting goals, a 2-0 win, but also the O is important because you kept them to a clean sheet. They had very little expected goals, very little possession. I think only one shot on target. How important is it heading into this break that you got a complete performance and kept a clean sheet?
Really good. I think just for confidence, because we've had good performances and not quite managed to get over the line. And I think just having that confidence of getting that first win out of the way and kind of I guess, reinforcing that we are a good team in this league, because I think when you don't win, even if you're playing well and you're creating opportunities, like there's always an element of doubt. Whereas getting that first win so convincingly, as you said, keeping our second clean sheet in a row and creating as many opportunities as we did, and obviously scoring goals that weren't necessarily the prettiest or from the best opportunities that we had, but being able to get that result, I think, is really, really positive, so that when we do come back after the break, we can sort of feel really good about ourselves and know that we're heading in the right direction, and the things we've been doing over the first 5 weeks are going to sort of carry us through, and we can have a bit of momentum now.
We'll go to Louise.
Why do you look so small and I'm massive?
Oh, I'm leaning back. You're sitting nice and upright.
Hi, Luis Rodriguez from the De La Línea podcast. I got one question for Holly, one question for Esme. The first one is, how did the team stay motivated during the tough start of the season?
Is that for me or for Hal? Sorry.
Whatever
I'm
I'm asking.
throughout the start of the season.
Oh, I feel like back to what Esme said. I mean, we know we're a good team. A day in and day out at training. I mean, our team kicks ass. I feel like we're so competitive and we have so much momentum. And it's just like we're waiting for that result. I feel like that's kind of what we cling on to, is because like we know that we're a good team. Like we know that we bring a lot to the table. We know that our roster is so deep, we're so talented. So I feel like today just kind of reinforces like, hey, like you guys got it. It's just you're waiting for that final piece. And I feel like we got that today.
And Esme, how does the win change the team confidence moving forward?
I think a lot it's just having that self-belief that we are going to sort of climb the table. We can finish games off, we can control games, we can be difficult to score against, and we can create opportunities. So I think it's been a really positive result for us to just kind of reinforce all those things that we've been doing well and feel really good about ourselves. And when we come back after international, just be able to step out with sort of our shoulders back and having a lot more belief in what we can do.
Thank you.
Go back to Jason.
I guess this question is kind of for both of you because it involves the area basically between your two positions. But Adrian mentioned that with the high press you wanted to institute today, that the next step after that is that if you press effectively, they're going to play long. They were looking for Shirelli, and you were just able to dominate that area. She wasn't able to really connect with her teammates very much. How has that process been to sort of make sure that when you press well and the other team goes long, that you are able to dominate on those long balls and the second balls and make sure that that isn't an outlet for anybody?
Yeah, specifically for as a midfielder, I was like pretty high up in the press with Lacey because they were playing with two people in their base. But it's like making that run forward, like hoping that maybe they'll pass, but that's not likely. You know, they're gonna play it over the top, but like trying to support when Ez is like pinning up like Jirelli, like making sure that like we get all the second balls underneath. So it's like almost like, oh, I'm running, but I already know I'm gonna have to run all the way back. But yeah, just anticipating that.
That's it. Like it's just midfielders reading when the ball goes beyond them, just kind of being ready to turn and get close to compete for the second ball or deal with the players who are running off trying to receive the sets. Because I mean, our job is just to try and compete and stay in the duel and not kind of let them get in behind, and then delay as much as possible to allow the midfielders to recover. But I think, to be honest, when we are so aggressive in the press, it makes it so much easier as a back line to be aggressive in duels because it makes it predictable. You can see where the ball's going to end up. You see where the spaces are that they're trying to hit. So you can kind of arrive a little earlier and not second guess your timing.
I did also, I guess we're going into the break now, but after, what is this, 5 games? I was wondering, putting the results out of your mind and just evaluating performance, do you think today was the best that we've seen out of the team this year, or do you think maybe there were other performances that are as good or better?
That's a good question.
What was the game where we had loads? Was it Utah? We had loads of chances. Utah at home. Yeah, I think that game we created so many good opportunities and probably should have been like 6 up by the time their goal came. So I think that was a really strong performance. But today, yeah, today wasn't up there with that. I'd say we had a couple of really close calls. The one the keeper saved off you, I was already celebrating. Trin
I
had a
heard
shot.
Esme, she was like, yeah.
I literally went, yeah, oh, nice. Al." Trin had a couple of good shots saved. So yeah, I'd say similar levels, but across the games, I feel like we've built and built. And today was just really consistent throughout the game, like never really felt threatened at all. And I felt like we were really dangerous going forward. So it was a fun game to play in.
Yeah.
And then, I guess an easy one, maybe not before you go, but obviously good performance, good win. There's international break coming up, so you have a little bit of a gap here to maybe get some rest and whatnot. But is there time tonight to hit In-N-Out or some other California food spot?
Apparently it's shut.
Apparently it's closed today
'Cause it's
Easter
Easter.
Sunday.
Ah,
Yeah.
brutal.
No, that's the first thing I
Well,
said after the game, and then they were like, no. I was like, okay.
well, I hate to end it on a downer. Apologies.
That's okay.
Back to
Somewhere
St. Louis.
else will be open.
Yeah.
Shake Shack or something.
Yeah. There you
go.
Shake Shack in California.
So they got to.
I love Shake Shack. No, I don't. Yes, I do.
McDonald's.